Our young people need to see themselves as capable of being winners, not only on individual levels, but also in areas of creating world brands and products. The reality is that we have to make a choice for them. We are either going to be world producers, taking our place at the global table, or world consumers, being marginalized in a world without boundaries. It is estimated that the world will need to create about 500 million jobs, new jobs, by 2030, as more and more young people join the labor market. On a more personal note, my adolescent son recently came to me extolling the current surplus figures for Denver as a result of medical marijuana, and proposed an elaborate business initiative to not only pull Jamaica out of debt, but also for his own retirement. In the equation, he proposed to start his own business and forego college. My spontaneous, "you must be out of your mind," response to the latter was met with his retort: 8 entrepreneur billionaires in our global economy, Mom, were not born in money or have a college degree. If you are a parent at the end of a long day with adolescent children, debates are really not your preferred option. The truth is that our youth in today's Jamaica are savvy, they're in tune, they have access to information, and they're not shy about asking for what they want. Persons under 30 represent more than 50% of our population. What many lack, however, is a mindset that enables them to connect the dots about how their lives actually is directly impacted by the global economy. Many in this segment ask me on a daily basis, why are there no jobs for my friends? Or why are there no jobs for me when I have a college degree? Or why can't I get more money for the job that I currently have? Certainly they hold the government accountable for their career development, as many were looking towards the public sector for expansion and for job opportunities. Well, for most of countries that you know about now, especially Jamaica, that is no longer an option for them. For the most part, we have to reset the thinking of our young people and train them to have the courage to do things differently. This is what we have done and what we have set out to do in the ministry that I lead. First, we're more likely to succeed as a team rather than as individuals. There are several exciting areas of opportunity, but it requires young people to get together as a productive, unified force, and we need to facilitate their access to capital and business development that will allow them to properly present their products or services on a world stage. To succeed in today's world, being good is not enough. You really have to be among the best. Our thrust is to ensure that we pool our resources to equip them for taking advantage of the areas that we are most competitive in the global marketplace. Music and culture, sport, the BPO industry, agriculture, logistics and port facilities, and tourism. Last year, through the National Youth Service and the National Center for Youth Development, over 8,500 young people were exposed to training, and we placed approximately 5,581 of them in job internships. And we gave grants to over 50 young production groups for projects. For us to succeed in the future, we also recognize that we will need more entrepreneurs and multi-skilled persons to create the necessary jobs. Research worldwide shows that the phenomenon of unattached youth, that is, youth who are not in school, youth who are not attached to anything. I was told by someone in my office that what you need to say in Jamaica about unattached youth is really that nothing is going on for them, or in popular Jamaican parlance, not one for them. And these unattached youth has adverse consequences for the individual, the society, and the economy. In Jamaica, we're estimated to have about 124,000 of these such unattached young people. Empowering young people by creating favorable conditions for them to develop their talents and actively participate in the labor market is essential for economic and social development and for achieving the goals of Vision 2030. The traditional job for life has become rarer, and youth entrepreneurship has to be seen now as an additional way of allowing the youth into the labor market while at the same time promoting job creation. It has been proven that youth entrepreneurship is an option to not only create employment for their peers, but young business people are quicker to see new trends and economic opportunities. Young people are active in high growth sectors. Young people with entrepreneurial spirits make better employees. Young people are innovative and create new forms of independent work. And young people who are self-employed have a higher life satisfaction. Just look at Stephen over here. We're currently rolling out one of our new programs that is aimed at ensuring that all participants are set on a long-term sustainable path. This approach necessitates that the outcomes are not only related to the speed of the labor market and integration, but importantly to the quality and the stability of employment as well. Consequently, skills training will place a focus on vocational skills and web and ICT-based skills that are in demand locally and internationally. Essentially, youth coming through the Ministry of Youth and Culture will be prepared for not only competitive areas, but also the online world of work. And we intend to roll out this program for an additional 2,000 young people this year, in addition to the programs that we've had that has been able to train over 8,500 young people in our last financial year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy to create a job. And I congratulate the big companies that are surging, the Graces, the Sandals, the Neil and Masses, just to name a few, but also the small ones that perhaps you might never have heard about, the DMH Productions, the Niche Events, and the International Travel Agency and Vacational Services that are on a daily basis taking risks as young people. So where do we actually go from here? Well, we have been and we will continue to do our part, but it is critical for all of us to understand that the majority of our young people were never really taught how to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes it's even difficult to spell the word if you do have spell check on your computer. That entrepreneurial spirit and education will help our youth to develop new and non-cognitive skills that can be applied to other challenges that they may encounter as they develop. Opportunity recognition, innovation, critical thinking, resilience, decision-making, and teamwork are just a few of these, and will not only redound to their best interests, but Jamaica's best interests on the whole. We need you and private sector organizations like yourselves to assist us in educating our youth about the new dynamic businesses and the new dynamic business world in which we now operate and how they can add value. They need to understand that job security in the private sector is not automatic and is totally dependent on the level and quality of their productivity. Furthermore, that being an entrepreneur will require training and aptitude. I want to congratulate you on your efforts so far and urge you to be equally bold by investing in our youth, giving them access to venture capital funding and the benefit of your experience. The only way that they will want to live in Jamaica and raise families is if we give them possibilities that exceed their expectations. Let us bring more of them towards becoming millionaires by the time they're 30 and allow them to think big. Thank you all so much.